Hi guys, and welcome back to this week's video, and I thought I'd do something slightly different in this video and basically talk to you how I fit YouTube around having a full-time job. And I feel like there's a lot of people in a very similar position that are either curious as to how they'll do it, where they're just starting out but think, I have a full-time job, how on earth am I gonna have a YouTube channel? Or there's just like people, I don't know, like if you're just curious how I do it, then basically I'm going to share with you how I fit YouTube around my work life, my social life. Like I don't have a lot of time to make videos. I feel like a lot of YouTubers that I watch do YouTube full time, so I can imagine that that obviously means it will just be so much easier to create content. I'm sure that, I'm not saying that like being a YouTuber is easy, but when it comes to actually creating videos, at least you have the time to like carefully plan. You can like create, edit and everything around your own schedule. Whereas when you are working full time and have YouTube as something that you do on the side, it can be very difficult. And I've had my YouTube channel now for, I think is this the second? I think I've had it for 2 years now, coming up to 2 years, and I've learnt a lot in this time. I'm going to share with you the main things that I use to film. I'm going to tell you how I actually fit it around my schedule and when to how to get over the slumps that you get, because like me, you will definitely feel like what's the point, extremely unmotivated. I know that I get extremely tired as well. So it's all these things that can mean that you don't create videos. But I'm sharing with you my top tips on how to create videos when you do work full time, just to hopefully it will help you. I'm not too sure how useful this video will be, but if there's even one person in a similar situation that wants a bit of guidance, then hopefully this does help you. If it does, give it a thumbs up so I know to create more videos like this, just more like beginner guides to YouTube. By no means am I professional, please do not take this video as saying that. But I have learned quite a lot that I'd like to share with you guys, and hopefully it does help you out. So without further ado, let's get on to it. Now the first thing that I will say, and this is probably the most important part, is forward planning your videos. And the reason I say that is because it's very easy to think, right, I'll save Monday evening after work to film a YouTube video, and sit in front of a camera and think, what on earth am I going to talk about? Because you could have to plan makeup looks, so you'll need to get makeup ready, you could have to prep your face, you could not be doing makeup and talking about something totally random. But when you're sat in front of a camera and you know you only have a small time frame to actually get content filmed, it's very easy to just either have a mind blank if you're doing like a story time video, if you are doing a makeup look. It's when you're actually sat there thinking, right, I need to film it, and you're like, what product should I use? That's when it can become a little bit manic. So I would always say forward plan as much as you can. I have a notebook where I write the days where I would like to upload a video, and I write the different ideas that I'd like to do and try to group them up together as much as I can in terms of do one and the other, and that should be okay. But it totally varies week by week. Obviously I didn't upload any videos last week, and that was mainly because I was just watching Christmas films all night. It's very easy to lose track of time, especially when you are juggling so much. So my top tip is definitely have a notebook where you just plan or just write different ideas. If you watch a video and get inspired by it, write it down. If you think of your own video idea, literally just write everything down. Having a notebook is the best thing in the world. I'm one of those people that loves writing lots of things down anyway, but even if you don't, get into the habit of just jotting ideas down, because as soon as you start writing one thing, you'll have another idea and another idea, whereas if you are just sat here about to film, you will genuinely not know what to do. So definitely get yourself a notebook and start writing down ideas. Now my second tip, I suppose, is lighting. Again, I know that my videos are never lighted perfectly, and that's because I don't have natural light. And if you're going to be working full time, I mean, I work 9 to 5 Monday to Friday. If you're in a similar position, then by the time you get home, especially in the winter, you will have zero natural light whatsoever. So I heavily rely on lighting kits. I don't have anything that's too professional. I've not spent a lot of money on the lighting. I have a ring light, which I have actually right in front of me now. This one was about £80. I'll leave all the links in the description box down below. I'm not ashamed to share with you the equipment I have. But this one was about £80, I think, and It does me the world of good because even though it's pitch black outside, I am still able to make videos. Obviously, I wish that I could film in natural light with every video because I know that the quality would be so much better, but it is a means to an end. I could not film in this room without it because you would literally not be able to see me and it would be so crappy. So I definitely say think about lighting. I have this ring light. I also have a set of soft boxes which Rich got me last Christmas. It depends what I use on different days. Obviously today I am just using the ring light, but sometimes I do get the soft boxes out. It just totally depends, but lighting is definitely a consideration. Even if you don't want to buy a ring light, it's almost like getting lamps with natural like light bulbs. I think you can get them like where it's that type of like colour. That's something that you should consider. So I definitely say like just think about lighting. If you're going to be filming of an evening, late at night, or just around your busy schedule, they come in so handy. My third tip, and this probably would be as standard, is have passion about what you do. And the reason why I say this is because if you're going to be doing a YouTube channel because you like someone that does something similar, make sure that you have that similar interest, because a lot of the YouTubers that I watch because they're so passionate about what they're talking about, or they have like knowledge and stuff that like I really enjoy. So make sure that whatever you're talking about is something that you do know. And especially like obviously if you start getting comments or questions in the comments, then at least you can answer them and you kind of know what you're talking about. I know that for quite a lot of people that's normal and you'll probably do that anyway. But you will definitely struggle if it's not something that you wholeheartedly know or like that you live. Like for me, obviously I do like beauty videos and stuff, but I'm always playing around with makeup. Even though I wear like, at the moment I have like the most minimal makeup on you could ever like have. I have so much makeup and I'm always like trying new things out. Like a lot goes on behind the scenes. So when I do come on camera, like I can talk about things and kind of know what I'm talking about, if you know what I mean, even though I'm not a professional. So it's just about having passion, and that is a huge thing. I've always said that when I started blogging. The key thing about blogging is passion, knowing what you're talking about, because when you write, you can definitely tell when someone is more passionate than someone that doesn't have passion about what they're talking about, and I feel like that comes across even more so on videos. So passion is so critical. Even if you like love something but you're not too sure, like doing research is absolutely fine and you can share that on camera, but as long as you have that like love in your heart for what you're doing, then everything else will piece together. Now, another huge thing that like makes my life so much easier, especially when I am at work, is scheduling like tweets and Facebook posts for when I'm at work, or like when it comes to Twitter and stuff, you can have a look at analytics and you can see when your audience are most online, when they most interact, and you can start gauging the most active periods of time when to post like tweets and stuff. Not only is it good for ensuring that you're posting when a lot of your audience is on without having to worry about it. Another thing is that if you do want tweets going out whilst you're at work, like obviously I can't tweet when I'm at work because I'm at work. I don't know if anyone else's work is a little bit more lenient, but generally I think that's a general consensus that you shouldn't be like on social media when you're at work. So scheduling tweets is such a lifesaver. It can be really annoying. Like honestly, I'll get to times where I know I've got to schedule a load of tweets and I'm just sat there like, oh, I can't be bothered. But it does make a huge like difference, because then you have got promotional material going out whilst you're not even thinking about it. You can promote videos, you can ask questions, you can just have your say about whatever you want to say. But by scheduling them, you don't have to worry. I normally do a bulk of mine on Sunday evenings, because that's normally like my downtime, whether I'm watching a film or go to bed early or whatever. I always take that time to just schedule as many tweets as I can without being too much, just so that I know that I won't have to worry throughout the week. If then, like, that doesn't mean I don't go on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter even if I've scheduled tweets, but it's nice to know that you've got stuff going out even if you can't. But it's also good to get that mix of spontaneous tweets where something happens in the world, having your say. But yeah, if you've never scheduled tweets before, I use Hootsuite and I use that on my phone, so it's really, really easy. I also have a folder on my phone of like just stock tweets where I'll write out a tweet, I'll copy and paste it and put it in that notes, and then I can reuse kind of content over and over, which again makes your life so much easier if, like me, you don't have a huge amount of time but you still want to schedule things in. So I definitely recommend that. If you have any other apps or suggestions or tips for anyone that's looking to schedule content, leave them down below and we can share the love between one another. But scheduling is a lifesaver, trust me. Now, a huge thing for me is also having downtime where you don't think about having to blog or make videos or whatever it is that you're deciding to do. It can very easily get on top of you. Like if you're going to work all day and think, well, as soon as I get home I have to make videos, I have to do that, instantly your mind will just switch off and be like, I don't want to do that. And then that's when you can start thinking like, I can't be bothered, and then just don't do it. So I would always say try and have like set days where you do things and set days where you definitely don't. And for me it's always changing because I'm always like working on my stuff when Rich is at work because he works nights. So it's quite nice for me that when he's working I'm kind of working at home. And then when he's off, I make sure that we both have time together, and that is so important. But yeah, it's kind of just obviously work out what routine works best for you, even if you don't want to set it in a particular routine, but you know 2 days a week you'll spend time on your YouTube channel or on your blog or whatever. And then the rest of the time, make sure that you don't really do much about it. Obviously, if you feel up to it, then you can do more. But I feel like it's really important to set days where you don't do anything because that's going to keep you motivated. I know that I'm always like that where I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered tonight. But then I know like if I do it tonight, tomorrow I'll be able to like have a down day. So that's really important, or that's worked really well for me, and I would recommend kind of creating a mini calendar, even if it is week by week, so you know what you're doing on set days, and then that works really nicely with your planning, because if you know what videos you're then going to make, it isn't too like, it doesn't take up too much time, whereas otherwise it would just be chaos. I need to know like when things are going on, so that's really helped me out for sure. And another thing for me, and I think this is probably one of the last things that I'll mention when it comes to YouTube and working full time, is that it's very easy to be disheartened by numbers and facts and figures and all things like that, because when you spend like so much time on YouTube when you're at work and stuff, like it can very easily get unmotivated, and that's something I mentioned in my last video that I've been feeling like lately. But the best thing to do is not to worry. Don't worry if your Instagram followers have gone down. Don't worry if someone's unsubscribed from your channel. Don't worry if your last video has not got as many views as you'd hoped, or as that if you compare it to the last one, because even though obviously YouTube accounts for a lot in terms of like numbers, and numbers are so important because that differentiates the people that are doing very well to people that aren't. But I think if you have a combination of like passion and stuff like that and the love for what you're doing, it becomes irrelevant. Obviously it would be lovely to make YouTube a full-time job, don't get me wrong, but it's also very good that if you have a hobby like this and you're slowly building a loyal fan base, or you have subscribers that like your content, even if you have like 10 subscribers, but those 10 subscribers are always watching your videos or always commenting or anything like that, that should make it so worthwhile. Like for me, that's what's motivated me again, because like a couple of weeks ago I was so unmotivated. I just didn't know what to film, and I just like couldn't be bothered. But then I had to think about it, and I was just going through other people's YouTube. Like I obviously watch a lot of YouTube videos outside of creating my own, which is why I wanted to create my own channel, because I felt like I had so much to say. But it was when I was looking through people's videos and then I kind of went onto my channel and I realised that actually like this is awesome, and even though maybe a video that I wished would have done a lot better didn't, you then see videos that you didn't think would do well, doing really well, and you're like, what the hell? And then you realise that you've got so many lovely comments, and like literally for me, just getting a comment on a video just makes like the whole thing worthwhile for me. And I know that I'm gonna keep making videos for as long as I can. I really want to do more like lifestyle videos in 2018, but it's always about finding your rhythm. So like for me, I really like doing beauty videos. I love sitting down and chatting beauty, but I also really love like vlogging, doing lifestyle videos, sharing whatever's going on in my life with you guys, and that's definitely something that I want to do more of in 2018, because there's only so much I can sit down and talk about beauty, where with lifestyle stuff, like I feel like I can talk so much about it, and I feel like it would be really nice for you guys to experience a little bit more about my life. I'm hoping that like exciting things are going to happen in 2018. I'm going to be wedding planning and all things like that, that it's going to be a really good year, and I definitely want to get it on video. But it's all about basically just having a camera out and making like the best situation of whatever you want to talk about. So for me, it's all about just experimentation, have fun and have passion for what you do, and the rest will become irrelevant and will just naturally fall in place. So if you've been thinking about creating a YouTube channel but you work full time and you're like, how on earth am I going to fit it in? Trust me, it just works, and you'll always find time to do something if you love it. So I would definitely recommend trying it out, starting a channel, create a couple of videos and try and find your own natural rhythm. In time, your videos are going to get better, whether that's by quality or whether that's just how comfortable you feel sat in front of a camera, because obviously at the beginning you can be very nervous, but everything just becomes a lot easier the more you do it. So I would definitely recommend doing it. Don't be put off that there are YouTubers that do it as a full-time job, whereas we're probably fitting it around our full-time job, so it becomes like obviously something on top. But see it as a hobby and just enjoy it. And that's like the biggest bit of advice, is just like literally enjoy every single minute of filming and editing and creating content and talking to people, because that's really what this community is about, and that's what makes it so good. So I hope that these tips have been helpful. If so, dying. If these tips have been helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I would love to know what you guys find really helpful when you are creating videos on top of a full-time job. So leave your tips and tricks in the comments and we can talk about it together, and we can share our tips with other people that are working full-time and considering creating a channel. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!